Emotional connection is the main reason why couples had such great sex. I hope I will not get backlash about this.
I hope I won't get backlash about this.
When the first baby comes in a family, your relationship drops by approximately 60%.
And if it doesn't work out, then the baby, you just put it in. No, I'm kidding. Is there like a common reason why people get stuck, that they feel, oh, we have to break up?
Emotional self-control, communication, not knowing how to apologize properly.
In your opinion, what are the key elements that make a healthy relationship?
Oh, okay.
Hello guys, welcome to Vulgar Conversations. I have the wonderful Aiga. Can you help us with your last name?
Cīrule.
Cīrule, like, my accent is not the best one, but she's a relationship expert, and she's gonna come and share some thoughts with us, give us some tips, very good skills, very good different things that you might be missing, that you might need in your relationship. So stick around and listen to the episodes. Thank you, Aiga, for coming.
Thank you.
And yeah, enjoy. I'm just gonna give you a little intro of what I'm doing. As you know, we made this movie, Vulgar, and it's gonna be in the cinemas the 13th of December.
Can't wait.
Yes, trust me. If I could show it right now everywhere, I would be showing it right now everywhere. So Aiga, for the guests that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a relationship and communication mentor, and in daily basis I work with couples and individuals who want to improve their relationship through communication, through the different tools what you can use to build your consciousness in your relationships, to make relationships more conscious.
How did you start it and why?
I understood that I have, sorry for my word, but a lot of shit with myself from my past relationship experiences.
Okay.
So that was my first step when I really understood how our past relationships impacts our future and present. And I started to learn everything I can about relationship.
Okay.
And I fell in love with science behind that.
Okay. Where did you go to a special place? Like
No.
how did that journey start?
No, I started read books about it, listen to experts in relationship science. I started to really dig deep in these topics.
Okay. What is the most successful story that went from the worst to the best?
You mean from session?
Yes. Yeah.
Successful.
Or anybody that you have counseled that you feel has had a happy ending?
I had a couple who came to my session for 2 hours. Can you imagine the intensity, 2 hours? They came, one from one camera, second from second camera, one in LATVIA, and one in, one in behind above the seas.
Okay.
And and I felt, these intense emotions. Before the session, I got the message from one of the participants, the husband. He told me that, oh my God, I think we will break up. We will break up. I think this session is useless, but okay, let's try.
Okay.
The first 40 minutes, basically, they worked with anger to each other, worked through where does anger comes and everything. Okay, 40 minutes went by. Everything started to go in the better tempo and the better place than it was before. And then after 2 hours, the couple was like, oh my God, I thought that we will end this relationship, but after these only 2 hours, they was like, oh my God, we are so in love with each other, and they just completely went from divorce basically to super loving relationship.
Okay.
I was like, what the hell just happened?
Okay.
That was amazing to watch and amazing to witness.
Wow. What is amazing is that you're sharing what you have learned. Why did you start sharing it? Did you have a friend that was always running into trouble and you kept talking to, and then you realized okay, this is something that people can benefit from?
There was also friends, but also my husband.
Okay.
He understood that how rapidly our relationship was growing, and he was telling basically, oh my God, you help me so much, you help us so much. Why don't you share your knowledge?
Okay.
Why don't you do that? And I started to do that. I got my first sessions, what I was stressed about, the first sessions, where just I talk with my client and we talk through the issues in their relationships, and clients came, and then I understood, okay, this is the topic that is very important. So,
how long have you been doing it? Like the podcast specifically?
Podcast?
Yeah.
Podcast this year, but my mentoring almost 3 years.
Okay. Wow. Do you feel, is there a major difference here in Latvia than outside of what you have seen from experts, what you have learned from your own experience, your remote clients? Do you feel it's different?
Nope, not at all.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe if we talk about cultural tempos, for example, from the warmer places, I have heard that their tempos like a little bit higher, they're more fiery in the conversations. Maybe that's the only thing, but no, I could say no. Okay,
but I'm gonna say my experience, yeah? So one of the problems that I had when I was coming to Latvia is that women had this terrible trait that in general, the majority that I met, they would try to reject me so that I would push more to try to get them, so that would be kind of like a proof of love. But in other places, it's like, if they show interest, it means that, let's move forward. Let's see if there's something forward. But if they don't show interest, it means like, no, I'm not interested. So I would always run in the problem that somebody would be like, no, I'm not interested. And then I would stop calling, and then they would be, why did you stop calling? I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, am I crazy? I don't know that maybe it was just I got bad luck with the people that I was going out. I'm not saying that everybody's like that, yeah? But that's something that I'm telling you to see if there's something that you have heard, you have had experience about, or what do you think about it?
No, this is very specific, I would say, but I have heard, of course, about testing. Testing that women test men. How much they want them to chase them. When I work with couples or individuals, very common thing is that we usually find partners or dating partners. That is our comfort zone. And our comfort zone comes from our experience. So that means if you have experience with a lot of these kind of women, you will eventually find them, because it's in your mind, it's your comfort zone. For you, uncomfortably would be maybe super healthy relationship, where women's like super good women, who doesn't want you to chase her or something like that. For your mind, it will be the uncomfortable.
That's true, because I've been in situations that I'm like, why is she so interested? She can't be that good.
Yeah, you don't believe, right? It's uncomfortably, right?
Yeah. So do you feel things have changed in terms of how it used to be to date and how it is right now?
Yeah, of course. Because there is a lot more information available about relationship and how to date and how to find your partner, what is compatible to you, to your personality type. Now,
how has it changed? Tell me. I want to know.
Now, women is more independent. They don't want to be more like housewife or something. They want to dig deep in their sexuality. And you see. 20 years ago, I don't know if this movie would even be possible in Latvia.
But sorry that I interrupted you, because you were saying how the things have changed. And you were saying about the sexuality, that they don't want to be so much housewives.
And also the emotional level of relationship. For example, if we would look through one couple or two couples, three couples, whatever, 20 years ago, we wouldn't see such an emotional connection, because that wasn't that important back then. Now, emotional connection. Now in relationships, mostly women, but also I'm happy that there's a lot more men who's talking about this emotional connection and how important it is in relationship. So, but also there are still some stereotypes if we talk about emotional men.
Like how?
Like men don't want to be emotional in relationship.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about emotions because they feel that maybe they're too feminine. Like, for example, wife goes to husband and says, darling, I feel that we are emotionally distant. I can sense that something's not right. The past few days, you come home from work and you are super stressed and everything. What's going on?
Yeah.
And husband says, no, nothing. It's everything fine. Everything is fine.
That's how women are. That's how I feel women are. Like, she's pissed off or she knows something that you don't know, and it always has to do with you, and you don't even know. You're like basically like, oh, well. But they don't want to address that what is happening to them. And then the old joke in my country is that you're gonna say to your, no, how are you? Everything is fine. And
so
you're like, it's no.
Wow, it's so interesting because I can sense that we have two different bubbles, you know?
Yeah.
Your experience
Yeah.
and my experiments.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to hear that you have such a big experience with emotionally distant, I would say,
Yeah.
women.
Yeah. Well, I feel that has been my experience in general. Do you think there's a fundamental difference between Latvian men and men outside Latvia?
No, as I researched, maybe in some way, like culturally, again.
Okay, but nothing too big. I have a different take, of course, that's why I'm asking you. No, I do feel that there are very fundamental differences, but I wanted to hear from your side. You know, my dad is Latvian, that's how I ended up here, and I do feel that there's like the mother has a lot of weight in the life of a man. Yeah, that when I went to other places, for example, I went to school in New York, and it's completely different. People can't wait to get away from their mothers. And here, my cousins, they all go to their mothers on the weekends in the countryside, which is very odd because when I have free time, I don't want to see my mom. Like, it's not like, I see my mom, but it's not like,
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. No, it's just, she knows it, yeah? Like, I have my own life, yeah? So I tend to be very isolated with my own family, but the one that I create, not the one that I come from, yeah? So, for example, I'm gonna, of course, go meet my grandma, go meet my mom, my brother, but I spend 99% of the time in my house, and that's how I live. Like, why are you laughing?
No, it's amazing.
No,
it's
I
amazing.
love it.
It's super. Like, I really love your view of relationship, that you are like intimate with the partner. You know, you live together, you do things together. Yeah. It's kind of, if I could say, maybe in Latvia, because you talked and I just think through about men in Latvia, for example. Cultural, from the cultural perspective, we have tendency to go, like men in Latvia goes to work, hardworking, and comes back from the work and
I don't believe in that, to be fair. I think that cannot make good relationship. It comes from my own experience. I used to be in relationships that, you know, if you spend 8 hours a day, the majority of your day, specifically while you're working, that are your most capable hours, that you have all the energy, you're still, that time to spend it on something and then come and give it to your couple, the worst of you at the end of the day, doesn't build a long-lasting relationship. Like, I couldn't do it. So I am a big believer that you have to be on top of each other, and if you cannot do it, and this is something that I made one of the 101 reasons why I made the movie Vulgar. It's like they used to tell me that you shouldn't work with your family, because whatever and this and that, or that you shouldn't work with your spouse because then you're gonna kill each other and this and that. And I was like, I disagree 1,000%, because yes, if you have a terrible person next to you, you want to see them less. But if you have a great person next to you, you want to see them more. It's just completely logical.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, we made the movie. She produced the movie that I directed, so.
Amazing.
So that's
really true.
What do you feel is the most common problem in relationships? Is there one thing that everybody has a problem with?
Emotional self-control,
Okay.
for example, during the arguments, and of course communication. And also the third thing is not knowing how to apologize properly.
Okay, meaning?
Meaning?
Okay.
Which one? The
Like
third
the
one?
last one, the last one. What do you mean?
Resonated with you.
No, like the other ones I understand. Like,
Yeah,
like I'm guessing emotional self-control is don't go like a crazy person start insulting your partner.
Yeah, it's emotional violence.
Yeah.
More. But for example, about apology, it's very common thing that people don't know exactly how to apologize properly. Usually, partners are very short in the sentence. For example, I'm sorry that I hurt you.
Yeah.
Like the partner need to hear like in depth, I'm sorry that I left you alone there and there and there, and you felt this and this.
I never do that.
Yeah, so this is challenging because it's a lot more longer sentence, for example, that you need to say in the heated situation, but it's so much more effective.
Yeah.
When you really want to say, I'm sorry about how I made you feel, and you have to acknowledge that you know how your partner felt.
Yeah, well, you have to apologize for sure. Certain times you do things that are, it's just because of the emotional conversation that you're saying that you just can't, it's like in your head. Yeah. Is there like a common reason why people get stuck, that they feel, oh, we have to break up?
There is some common reasons. For example, the one or both of the partners become very tired of trying to be better, of trying to improve the relationship. And also, I think it's expectations.
That one has like crazy expectations about
that you should be like that. Our relationship should be like that, you know?
Okay.
And they always want to push their expectations.
Okay. That's amazing because that makes so much sense.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Experience. Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about support in relationships, I'm guessing.
Yeah, most of the times partners even don't know how to properly support, because the first reaction what men, for example, will get is that, for example, a woman is emotionally distressed, she is not in her mood, she's very upset and she needs support, obviously, right? So the man will go and try to fix the problem. He will try to show her what's the problem. I will show the problem and I will help you to fix it. But the thing is, he or she wants to feel the support, like emotionally, don't want you to fix it.
Yeah.
And it sounds paradoxical because, like, why don't you want to fix your emotional state? What the hell?
I have a story about this. The producer that works with us, the one that makes the music, he's from Lithuania. Sometimes he comes to Latvia and they camp somewhere. We go there to make music. And one day we're making music there. Mm-hmm. And his girlfriend started like, I can't sleep, you're not here, I want you to be here and whatever. And he's like getting, not angry, but anxious. I'm like, listen, now that she wants this, she needs attention, why is she like that? I'm like, you need to talk in emotional language. Just tell her that, oh my God, yeah, I don't want to be here. I wish I would be next to you because there's nothing. Like, why this had to happen today when I just want to be next to you because you're the best thing that is in my life. I don't want to be even doing this. But that's a little bit of what you're saying.
Yeah, you're totally right, because through this sentence, you feel her seems normal. Yeah. You make her feel like she's not crazy.
Yeah.
And that's important because through the fixing, what is opposite to support, we make others feel like their emotional state is not normal.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes no sense.
So I want to fix this emotional state because it's not normal.
Yeah.
But it makes us feel so much worse.
Yeah.
And in general, support is super easy. It's a lot more easier than find the fix tool, you know.
Okay. Good.
In one sentence in this.
Yeah. Good. It's a good story to have in the podcast. Okay.
I have a question of script and
script.
In essence, because that very nice example,
Yeah.
it ends up you're lying. And how can that be a good suggestion?
No, you're not lying. You're talking an
That's-
emotional language. It's a
But
different
if the
thing.
emotional language is, oh, I mean, I'd rather have this right now than be there at home and do nothing.
No, but what I wanna,
I
what-
love this discussion.
what I wanna say is this. I wanna say, when you're talking emotion, you don't need to make sense. Like what I was saying.
No, you have to. No,
No,
there-
meaning in the sense of this, it's not because he's saying you're lying because I'm saying, oh, I wish I would be there, and
And
obviously,
you truly wish.
no, you don't. No, because you
okay,
have to
that's-
do what you have to
Yeah,
do.
that
But
That's the point.
but in a way, the way I say it, it's not. It's like what is true is this. Like, you're acknowledging that the other person needs something, and you're helping it in the language that it suits best the person. The language is a little bit different. It's completely different. Not a little bit different. It's completely different. But the emotional part is true. It's like I'm not doing this. This is not happening because I'm trying to make this bad for you or any way I'm not supportive of you. Is that life sometimes have moments that we gotta make sacrifices, but I'm here with you emotionally and I want you to know it. That's how it would.
you want to be a feeling.
Yep.
That's-
Yeah.
I would say it's not more like language, but it's more like feeling. You reassure her that you know how she feels.
Okay.
You don't have to say that you want to be there or everything. It's good addition if you really want to be there at that point.
Yeah.
Santiago, every day. If you want to be
No,
there.
no, but it's that,
You don't have to pretend that you want to be there.
Okay.
You can train your communication. You
I
can
didn't
train
have this
yourself.
skill.
Yeah, but now
I
you
can
have.
use it.
Now
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have. So next time you just refer her to her emotion.
Yeah.
I sense that you feel like that and that. I know that I can feel it. It's okay. It's totally okay. I will be home. We can talk out.
I know that you're pissed and you want
I
to
can
punch me
feel
in
that
the
yeah.
and you want to punch me in the face. I acknowledge it's okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. And she probably would smile about it. She probably would say
I
like,
would punch myself if I would hear that. No. but I'll try it. It's a different tool that I have never used, to be honest. Do you feel now there's more cheating, betrayal than it used to be, or is the same? How do you feel that conversation has changed?
You know that you ask about cheating cases?
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's more.
There's more. And
Yeah,
do you know why?
because I have thought about it so much, and I have researched this topic so much, and most of the time cheaters cheat because they don't get something out from relationship. So
Okay.
cheating goes, I would say, in both ways. Maybe this could be triggering for someone who has been cheated, but it really is. So sometimes we don't talk through some things what we want to feel in our relationships, so we start to find it somewhere else.
Okay.
It's not the excuse for cheating, but I want to make point that both partners are responsible for
1000%.
cheating. Yeah. So in nowadays there are super higher expectations for relationship, because I would say also Hollywood movies, Hollywood stories.
Yeah.
Because it makes this like, oh my God, our relationship should be like that or should be like that, you know.
Yeah.
Or you see our neighbors, it's such a good couple, why can't you be like that? And everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
The expectations comes in, the romance stories comes in.
Do you feel women have more expectations than men, or they both have?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Sometimes, I make these videos on TikTok, and sometimes I get like so crazy comments from men about their expectations, how women should be, you know, how women should act in relationship. So I know that men have so much higher expectations.
Give me an example. I want to know.
For example, women should be always at home and cleaning, helping out because I'm out of work, in work.
Well, move to your mom, and that's it.
Yeah, but he's like, no, my wife should, or my partner should do that.
Be bored
That's one.
Okay.
The second is when we are married, you can't go out for like have fun and adventures, or for example in clubs, because you have to stay at home. You have to be the one who don't party and everything. It's like, and sometimes I read the comments. I'm like, wow, we're still there. You know. Yeah. It's crazy.
What do you think is a better, healthy alternative? For example, if I hear a man say, you need to stay home and cook or wash the clothes. First of all, it takes 5 fucking seconds. Second, there's both. I don't even need to cook. Like, I had a friend that she told me she got married, and she told me, Santiago, in 1 hour, I do everything of the week, and I want to shoot myself because it's crazy how bored I am. Yeah, and she always thought that she dreamed to be a housewife, and then when she experienced it, it was just terribly boring for her. But my thing is that I feel if a person thinks like this, there's no saving that relationship. You just gotta get away from that person. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, if you think like that.
No, it's sorry.
No. It's my question. I felt like that's my question.
No, it depends really of your partner, how much energy you want to invest in the relationship and how much energy you want to invest in expectation topic. Okay. Maybe there are really some crazy partners who will not change at all. Yeah. So the one way how to solve this problem, just end the relationship. Okay. But mostly there are a lot of things you can do. For example, you can talk through your differences and of course show each other how these differences actually makes relationship more interesting. Yeah. That's one thing. Also accept the authenticity of each other. Yeah. If you accept the authenticity, then you instantly just break down the all expectation walls because you are ready to see your real partner, like values and everything, what he wants to do, he or she. Okay. So that is the other thing, and yeah, really see beyond these expectations, what you are looking for from these expectations, because if you have expectations, it's for a reason. Yeah. Maybe it's from fear. Maybe the man who left the comments in my TikTok was just only too afraid that the wife will left him. I don't know the English word of virspusēji, but you have to like dig deep. Why you have these expectations? Yeah. Where does it come from? Maybe it's even not your expectations. Maybe it's your mom's or father's, how you should date, you know? Where does it come from?
Yeah, you're saying those things, and I'm like, when you were saying the comments, I'm like, terrible parenting. Who told you that this is something that people want? Like, it's absurd. It's like, you know, with the housewife thing, for me, what happens is that, like, just try it. Try it. You're gonna, like, any guy will go insane. Like, and it would be like, yeah, you need to do more. Like, exactly. Let's get you, and you know, because it's just too boring. It's not. There's nothing to do right now. There's a robot for everything. I understand why it used to be like this, but right now it's just too boring. Yeah. How about the expectation of women? Which ones have you heard that you feel that they're very unrealistic?
I wouldn't say not realistic, because everything is.
Yeah.
Everything is possible, you know. Yeah. You can do everything. It depends how hard or easy it is. But for women, it's like, for example, the guy had very bad experience in past relationships, okay, and he's super closed off emotionally. Okay. And now his partner wants him to be super emotionally available. Yeah. It's mostly unrealistic that he will be in his next relationships, which is healthier than the past, will be super emotionally available. Yeah. No, okay. It will not be the thing. Also, when someone got cheated in the past, yeah, then in the next relationship, the problem with trust will not be there. That's one, also the other expectations. Okay. These two for me is the biggest one, and it's really repeating. When I do the client work, I say that, oh my God, the women, I know the women is super hungry for emotional connection, but sometimes you have to do certain steps to help other to open up. Yeah. Emotionally. You can't just think, oh my God, I'm new partner and I will not do that things to you. Trust me and everything will be okay. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
The partner will be like, oh my God, no, I'm terrified. Maybe he will not say it, but he feels that.
Yeah.
Like it's survival, you know, in a relationship.
Makes sense. Didn't know that emotional connection was such a big deal. But
It's super. Can you imagine, like, about intimacy? If we talk about intimacy, emotional connection is the main reason why couples had such great sex. Nothing else, just like emotional connection. It's like you don't.
That explains everything. Now I
Yes,
understand.
it's like I have seen so beautiful stories also with men and couples that just like dig deep in their emotional connections and they just like opens up the relationship and makes them like in whole other level, you know.
Okay.
Super beautiful.
Okay, that's interesting. When it comes to women and men and about monogamy and non-monogamy, what are your thoughts on that?
Like, you know, it's part of relationship.
Yeah.
And if one partner wants open relationships and wants multiple partners and the other partners are also on the same page, then it's totally fine for me, because who am I to judge?
Yeah.
You know, why it wouldn't be also professional from me to judge, like you can't, like I would be stereotypical Latvian. You know?
Yeah.
I'm open about it. Of course, I love monogamy, but I know that there are people who love different, and it's totally okay.
Do you feel that is something that is happening more recently?
You know, the harem always has been there. Now it's just like more publicly.
Okay.
And maybe some cultures will think, oh my God, it started to come out just now and everything. But no, it's always has been there.
Okay.
I think.
Because I do feel that when I came to Latvia again, they're gonna that. For me, one of the things that was very, it's like, I think every girl, when she grows in Latin America, that dad is saying like, oh, men all want sex. And you gotta pay attention to your man and don't let him, you know, but the dad has that role. Yeah. The mom also says that, but I feel that dad is very into explaining how men are, without giving too many details, without saying, yeah, because sometimes I cheat on your mom. They're not gonna go that far, but they're gonna tell their daughter, like, be careful, he might be, you know, like, they're very, I feel when I came to Latvia, like, women didn't know this. And I was like, but don't you have a dad? Like, what has happened? Like, how are you not told that? Because I would meet a lot of friends that they would be devastated because the guy that they were dating were going out with somebody else and wanted more people. And for me, that was common knowledge because I grew up in an environment that it was common knowledge. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like that's why I was asking that if you feel that has switched a little bit more, if women are more aware now, or it could happen the other way around. But to be fair, in Latin America, for sure, like there are so many stories of, you know, a guy that has a family in one city and in the next city has a completely different family. And you can't do that in Latvia because it's too small, but in my country it's very easy.
But this is a good point to acknowledge when you're dating someone.
Yeah.
To talk about your experience in family, for example, because this topic about open relationships is very, very like heated now, because it's become more and more like popular topic, like publicly, and you have to talk about it while you are dating and choosing your partner. Yeah. To see if you're on the same page. Yeah. Because maybe someday he will be with other and he will tell you that, oh, but I have another girlfriend, for example, and you're like, oh wow, what? Why? Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, I just wanted to know your thoughts. One question now that you're talking about the sex. Do you feel there is a stigma still with sex here in Latvia in 2024.
Of course, I
Yeah.
totally agree with your guest was actress Katrīna Krēvja.
Yeah.
Of course, there is a lot of stigmas, really.
But you feel it's specific to women or also to men?
Both. The topic in general, you know. Stigma.
Yeah, for me, I feel this is one of the things that I feel this Latvia feels a little bit in the past. If men have sex with a lot of women, good. If women have sex, not even with a lot of men, don't even get into that sluts. Yeah, like that feels very like from the old times.
Yeah.
Why would you think that's like that?
The issue.
Yeah.
But still, the old times, you know, we had this Soviet times, and then there was no such a like, you do it for pleasure, you do it for your survival.
Okay.
You know, you do it to make children,
Okay.
nothing else. Now it's Latvia is totally like in different mindset. I think about sex if we talk about sex, because Latvia, if we would compare, like imagine Latvia is one human being, and his value would be like sex is only for like babies.
For babies, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting better, of course, but it's getting better slowly. That's better than nothing, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any tips of solution for people to move forward and pass by that and be normal?
Stigmas?
Yes.
Yeah, experiment more, like find their authenticity, because
Okay.
we are so afraid of authentic selves.
Yeah.
Because we are afraid to be different. We are afraid to have some, like if we talk about sex, we are afraid of kinks, you know, we are afraid of being like unusual.
Yeah.
We want basically to be like the in the gray area where nobody sees us. There's the most of the culture in Latvia, I think.
Okay.
I hope I will not get backlash about this.
I hope I won't get backlash about this. Like you're being nice. I'm being like, yeah, but I think this is the problem.
Yeah, that's just my subject point of view, because I really see that it is a problem, and we should make it more like normal. Okay, everybody does sex, everybody love, everybody build emotional connections. Super normal. It's like human. You're human.
Yeah. I think you're gonna love my movie.
I hope so.
I hope 1,000%. If you cry, let me know. I cried when I watched my movie.
I will make a selfie.
Yes. Do you think that betrayal, can a couple recover from a betrayal? Like, what is the impact on betrayal in trust in a relationship?
Huge.
Okay.
Also, the small betrayals. If you, in what case you talk about betrayal in like cheating, for example, but there's also little betrayals every day. What happens?
Okay.
And that's huge. That's huge because you can recover from cheating, but it will take so much work to regain the trust.
Okay.
It's like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have always said that the problem is the trust if you cheat.
Of course, my subjective point of view about cheating is like it's no go for me. I wouldn't be able to forgive.
Okay.
I think now, I would think, but I'm open in this kind of sense that I know that I work with couples.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of cheating situations.
Okay.
So I can't put my subjective view in the first, I'm open about the feeling that maybe couple want to work this through, so we will work this through, but it takes so much time and it takes so much deep connection, emotional connection.
Okay.
Because the emotional connection really will help you reassure that your partner will not cheat. My husband is so emotionally invested, I'm so emotionally invested, nobody will stand by.
Okay. Don't you think once a cheater, always a cheater?
Yes. Could be. But this is the sketchy one, because I also have seen the situation where it's one-time thing.
Okay.
But I really understand the other side, that it would be make sense if he would cheat again. But if he would work this through, why he need to cheat? for example? Why he need to make others, like looking for others? If we
Because guys are like monkeys. We agree on this. Yeah?
You are like monkeys.
Me? Yes, for sure. But in general, I feel guys are like monkeys. Like that's my feeling, like, to be honest. No, sorry that I interrupted you, because you were saying that why would they do it again? Yeah, so I had that thought.
Yeah, it's like, it really depends of the cheater, I would say, because if he is really understanding that what he did is super like out of any like norms or lines, and he start to really work through with himself why in the first place he searched for other partner, what is missing in his or her relationship. If he really works through it, then there's a big possibility that he will not cheat ever again.
I have another question, sorry. Why wouldn't you forgive a cheater?
Because for me, I go all in a relationship. For example, with me and my husband, we are super emotionally connected. I don't know if there's possible to be more emotionally connected than we are in our relationship, So I know how invested I am. I know how invested he is, and if he would cheat, I don't know. I would like lose my mind, because it would be so big surprise.
Yeah.
Because I really do everything, and he does everything,
Yeah.
and we really doing everything, and even then you cheat. Like, what the hell am I doing here? From that perspective.
No, I get it.
But
I
of
get
course,
it 1,000%.
if you feel that. You can't trust sometimes your partner, you're like in and out, and
no, but for me it would be completely different. Like if, of course I don't know anything about your relationship, but if a relationship like this, something happens, I would be like, yeah, but guys are like monkeys. That's what I would say. Literally, that's what I would say. No shame. I'm not saying anything about your husband, of course.
No,
I know you
okay.
have a very healthy relationship, but it's like, I wouldn't be like, it's like, I don't know, maybe my experience has made me a little bit cynical. I can admit to that, but it's very, it's just I've been around too much and seen too much, and I'm a guy also, so it's very hard for me to. I'm a guy with my own details, so it's Do you have any tips for people that have been betrayed to deal with that negative emotion that comes out of that experience?
First, don't be alone, search for help, because you will not solve this on your own, because the emotions will be super high, super negative. And if you want to work through the trauma that you had from betrayal, you have to work with them, with a professional, for example. Or at least talk through with your friend or super trustworthy friend or family member. Because can you imagine the things that going through in your head when you have been cheated? It's crazy. It's like trauma. I will never be in a relationship again. I will never love. I'm even not able to love anymore. Every man is monkeys, and everything is bad.
All men are terrible.
And after these beliefs, you start to create your reality. It was what we talked about earlier. I told you, your experience will make your reality. What your focus? Where is your focus? Your experience shows your focus,
No, I'm thinking a lot of times that somebody has gone through something, and then I go and I don't know, I might not be the best person to talk at those moments, because I'm like, I mean, life sucks. What are you gonna do? Move on. Like, it's not like I try to minimize it, but yeah, no, I'm being very aware of my own. Maybe I have normalized something that it shouldn't be normalized. That's what I'm kind of feeling like. Okay. Yeah, maybe there's another side to this.
There's a reason too, so.
Yeah, no, for sure. No,
There's a reason too.
There is a reason. It's not by chance. But let's get a little bit more into love and relationships, because people love to hear about this. In your opinion, what are the key elements that make a healthy relationship?
Okay. No, first of all, of course, you have to be your authentic self, because if you will If you will act on being something different, someone different, then your relationship will fail and will be built on unrealistic personas, you know.
Yeah.
You have to be your authentic self, what you're like, what your values are, what your beliefs are, what you want or don't want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's first. The second is really be open for for your significant others' authenticity, not only yours, but also his authenticity, because it's super important that you both are authentic selves.
Yeah.
You search for the things you both like and you want to do or not want to do. Like, be authentic self, okay?
Yeah.
The third thing would be, of course, communication.
Okay.
The same apology, know how to properly apologize, how to properly support, and also how to manage your emotions while you are arguing.
Yeah.
And know that if you will not, there's like little bit about arguments and conflict.
Yeah.
Remember that there is a difference between argument and conflict. So if you will learn what is the difference and how to manage both situations, the relationship will be so much better.
Okay.
And there will be so much stability.
Okay.
Because sometimes we are so afraid of conflicts and arguments that we just want to withdraw, you know, we just stonewalling, we don't want to talk about it, and we just like make a wall between us because we don't want to argue. But it's the very serious and very important part of relationship to work. You have to argue for your relationship to work, so work through how to argue. And of course, emotional connection.
Okay, this is the big one that I'm like, emotional connection.
Be aware of everything what happens in your relationship. Don't be afraid to dig deep in yourself, in your relationship, in your partner. So the deeper you will go, the deeper relationship will be.
Okay.
That's the law.
One thing that you said that you were saying, like, be authentic, yeah? How about when you're very young that you don't even know who you are?
Amazing. Explore.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to explore. That's the beauty of being young.
Okay.
You can explore. Maybe someone will judge you, but mostly it's super common thing for youngsters to just explore who you are, what do you like. I'm still exploring what I like, so it's totally normal experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's totally okay if you are different, you seem different than others. It's totally okay.
Okay. But I was more in the question of if you don't know how you are, how can you be authentic to another person? Because I think one of the struggles that I had when I was younger in the earlier relationship is that I couldn't understand who I was, so let alone share it with somebody else.
Maybe the question would be who you want to be.
Okay.
Because deep down you have some kind of character, some kind of illusion what you want to be.
Okay.
And you constantly battling with yourself about this illusion.
Yeah.
Your deepest, darkest like secrets want you to do this, but you with your conscious mind don't want to do this, for example, and you're constantly battling and you can't choose, you can't decide, you're confused.
Yeah.
Because there's always an answer, you know. There's no moment that your brain will not give you an answer. You always have reason and you always have answer in yourself.
Yeah, because now that you're saying it makes sense, because I just never asked myself.
Yeah, it's super deep.
Yeah, like, who are you trying to be?
Who am I? You start to pray and meditate on the question. No, but it's really good question. Sometimes when, it's not maybe about young people, but sometimes when we are very long in relationship, we forgot who we are, because we are so much in our roles. For example, husband, wife, mom, dad, and we can't detach ourselves from this role. So the problem started. I had a lot of cases like that recently. Also, the mom who I gave her a task to give her 20 minutes every day. Do what you want for yourself. And she was like, oh, what I want, what do I like even, what I want to do, like everything is about the daughter. And I told her, everything is about your daughter. Okay, it's not bad thing, you are amazing mother, but it's all about you. What do you like? What do you want to do? What you don't want to do? What you want to be, you know?
Do you feel relationships were way more challenging when kids come in the...
Yeah, there's research on that also. Yeah, basically, when the first baby comes in a family, your relationship, like couples' relationships, drops by approximately 60%.
Okay.
That means in the 67% of the cases, the couple will divorce. Because of the things that they haven't worked through, because when the baby comes, the emotions heighten, hormones, everything is full on. And also your baby reminds you of your childhood. That's a whole different story. So you are too overwhelmed with everything, both of you, and then couple just divorce. It's super big drop. And also I had this, in my job I had these cases, cases. And can you imagine, 67% is only official data, just marriages. Can you imagine, there's also unofficial relationship where baby comes in. It's a this percent is a lot more higher than it is.
So the babies are the relationship killers.
So if someone says, you have to make babies, be careful with that. You have to think twice if your relationship will be able to handle it, because you have to be in deep connection. Deep emotional connection will help you through this process.
And if it doesn't work out, then the baby, you just put it in. No, I'm kidding. Terrible advice. One of the things that I feel has been a disservice culturally in movies is that they started making these children that are like superhero children, that they know everything, and that creates like an anxiety in children, because you're supposed to not know nothing, you're supposed to be stupid, you're just a kid. But having only storylines where the kid knows everything and is a superhero and is smarter than everybody around them, I think puts expectations on the kids that are nonsense. And then thinks that a person that is growing up with a healthy idea of what he's supposed to do would have no problem with. So for example, if somebody told you, well, everybody makes a mistake the first time in their job, then they wouldn't have this crazy anxiety of like, oh, I'm coming to the job and I have to be the perfect. And I saw a switch, and I have commented about this. I don't know if in the podcast for sure, no, that it was, when Home Alone came, it was the first movie that I remembered that the kid was smarter than the guy, but it was supposed to be a comedy. Yeah, it was supposed to be a hilarious idea because of how stupid it is. Because in real life, if two robbers come to that kid, they're gonna eat him in 1 second. He's never surviving. But now I feel it's everywhere in the culture. The boy genius that knows young Sheldon, that it's just nonsense. Everything is nonsense, and I think it's a very bad way of portraying children. Do you feel any kind of, or have you had any idea like that when it comes to relationship movies of what's happening?
Wow, this is amazing perspective. I haven't thought about it, because it's a very good aspect that what is this things that Hollywood movies pushing us into? Some belief systems, values, or something like that. This really is good topic, but I don't have comments yet. I haven't noticed this kind of perspective. It's super interesting for me.
I saw it, and I saw it because also another thing that, on the same idea, the other thing that died in the movies was the idea of the old mentor, the wise man. And I saw it in the culture. When I was growing up, saying you're old wasn't a bad thing. Right now it's used as a like somehow age means that something is bad with you. It's like The other day I was having this conversation and somebody was saying, oh, that they don't like getting old. And I'm like, I love getting old because what is the alternative? To die?
Yeah.
It's just nonsense. Of course I want to get old, like, because the alternative, I will never pick it. Yeah. So, but I do feel also in movies, and I think in culture it used to be like that you would go to an old person because they would have experience and they would tell you things that you didn't know, and that they will help you in your journey. But right now I feel the whole culture is against getting old, and that experience is, instead of having images of older people with experience that can help you, is that you're out of touch of reality and you know nothing about life. Life has changed and you're just an old dude that have no idea what you're talking about. And that has also been it's another clear theme and subject that you can see throughout the movies, and that it completely disappeared. Like there's no, so much so that if an older person is hanging out with a kid, they think the older person is a pervert. Yeah, it's not a mentor in every way, shape or form. So yeah, that's another interesting topic. I'm getting a little bit.
Oh, amazing! I'm surprised. I will check this out when I will watch the movies. Really, it's wow.
Yeah, we have here the first trailer that is gonna come next week. Or this week, I don't know. But we wanted to see your reaction, so I'm just gonna give it to you. You know how to use the phone, and and yeah. Yep.
Hot.
Yeah.
С movie si naklis plānojis. Dabūs pat labākā balīte. Es nevaru sagaidīt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was coming in tomorrow.
I'm Simon.
You know it's not appropriate for a married woman to hang out with other men.
I would never go out with you.
It's proven that human beings are not supposed to consume dairy.
If you would taste it, you'd know that's not true.
Wow, I love the quality.
Already?
The real question is, do you love diaries?
Of course I do.
Well, then that's it.
Wow, I love the quality.
There's an ending. You're gonna see it.
Tu neesi aizmirsis man kaut ko pastāstīt?
Her face.
Good. Good. That's it. Yes, thank you.
Amazing, the quality.
Thank you. I like hearing from you because you have nothing to do with it's the first time that you see anything, and those reactions are very important for me because you are target audience. So, well, Aiga, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
That was a very good conversation, long conversation. I had so many questions. I feel I was able to be a little bit organized because I felt I had like a wave of questions that I didn't know how they were going to come up. But I love the tips that you shared. I love the stories and the laugh that we shared. I'm gonna tell you, this has been one of my favorite podcasts, and it's not because the other guests haven't been amazing, which they have, is that I had so many. It's a topic that I find myself gravitating towards too a lot. That's why I made the movie. And it talks about relationships, and it's on the cinemas on 13th of December, 2024. So yeah, I was very, very happy to have you, and I love all the things that you shared, and thank you for coming one more time. And I wish your podcast would be in English so I could see it. But at some moment we'll have more conversations, and we will wait for you in the cinema, and thank you for coming here one more time.
Thank you so much for opportunity. This was amazing, really, to talk about relationship. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, guys. See you next time.